Welcome to Brașov, Romania, our next destination for the next month. And hey, welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Daphne, and on my YouTube channel I share more about my digital nomad life and exploring new destinations. I'm super excited for this video to take you along with me on my very first days here in Brașov, giving you a full apartment tour, but also taking you along with me arranging the very first things that we need to do after arriving at a new location. Stay tuned until the end because we will climbing all the way up to Mount Tempa to see the amazing Brașov signs up close. The apartment is just behind me, so I would say let's head inside and show you around. When first stepping into our apartment, you will first find like a small hallway where we can hang all of our coats, our bags, and also store our shoes. And we also have a very nice mirror over here, so this gives you also a bit of a better view of the coats and the shoes all the way down and the front door. Something else that's really nice, and you will see it all throughout the apartment, is that it's really recently renovated, so everything is still very new, very clean, very up to date, and it really gives a modern vibe to the whole apartment, which I personally really like. From the hallway you will step right into the kitchen and the dining area. So we have this big table over here, which is great. As you can see, my laptop is on there as well, making it the perfect spot also to get some work done. And there's also another room that is behind these closed doors, also making it the perfect apartment if you're with two persons, so that you can work separately as well. Then back to the kitchen. As you can see, the kitchen is pretty big. It has a lot of space, and another nice thing about this kitchen is that it really has everything that you could need, from an oven to, of course, the washing machine, to lots of storage space for all our groceries or all the pots and pans that you'll find in this kitchen, making it the perfect kitchen for any long-term stay and when you will be cooking more from home as well. One of the most important things that we really prioritize when just arriving in a new location, like now in Brașov, is getting those first groceries. I mean, it's not always the most fun thing to do, also because the first time when doing groceries in a new place, it's probably the most groceries that you'll get during your stay. There is a small 24/7 shop just a few doors down the street, but you will also find larger grocery stores, for example the Lidl, Carrefour of Kaufland. All three are great options when visiting Brașov. And the last thing that you'll find in this room is over here, and that is the bathroom with the shower as well. I would say the bathroom is really small and convenient, but it really has everything that we could need. And I need to say that this is probably one of the best showers that we've had so far, making us very happy with this specific bathroom. Time to move on through those big doors behind me and show you the rest of the apartment. Let's go. I would say when looking at interior, this is probably the most beautiful apartment that we stayed at so far, also because it's so modern and it's really like a cozy vibe, also due to the decorations and just like the finishing touching with the wallpaper, for example. And yeah, it just really feels homey, which is very nice if you're staying in a place for a month. So that is the apartment. I'm going to be telling you more about it in a few seconds, but first I want to show you one of the other nicest things of this apartment specifically, and that is the view. Because when opening this window here in front of me, you will probably get one of the best views that you can get from downtown Brașov, in my opinion. So I'm very excited to show you. So what do you think about the apartment? Personally, I'm really excited to be staying here for the next month, but I'm very curious to know more about your opinion. So definitely leave a comment down below and tell me what do you think. And also, just in the meantime, if you don't want to miss out any of the upcoming Braov videos, then definitely consider to subscribe to my channel. I will be extremely grateful. And yeah, I think it would be so much fun to have you tag along for all the upcoming adventures. Then I wanted to do a quick run of all the details of this apartment, just so you have a bit more information. So this apartment is located on the outside of the historic center of Brașov, making it the perfect place and very convenient to all of the hotspots and highlights of the city. We are renting it through Airbnb, mostly because we are having a short stay, which is just easier to book through Airbnb, and we are paying around $1,250 for it for this upcoming month. So now that the apartment showing is out of the way, it's time to move on with the rest of the tasks that I always need to complete or want to complete in the first few days after arrival. Think about closing off a gym membership, doing the groceries, but we already did that, but also getting a SIM card, and of course, most importantly, checking out the city and doing a first round of exploration. So far, I've noticed that Brașov is so beautiful, and you really see that old history and medieval vibes coming back all throughout the city. So once again, I'm very excited, and I think it's only right that we move on and explore the historical center itself, and also show you why Brașov is actually one of Europe's best kept secrets, because this city is going to blow your mind. Whoa, Brașov is really beautiful, and the city is giving off such a good first impression, and I think the upcoming month is going to be so lovely and just so much fun. And one thing that I also noticed is that the people here, the locals, are so extremely friendly. We just had like a 15-minute conversation with a man working at an ice cream store, which was delicious, by the way. It is this one. If you're in Brașov, definitely check it out. But also he was just telling about Romania and the culture and the people, and about Brașov and the history itself. And it was just so nice to have such a nice and lovely and welcoming conversation, and it's just the perfect start of our first few days here in Brașov, and it's really promising for a lot more of the rest of the month. Before moving on to the next day, I wanted to give a quick tip and rundown about the SIM card story, because I personally really prefer at this moment to get a local SIM card just somewhere in a store, like a physical one, because most of the time it's just cheaper, and you also have a lot more options and providers than an eSIM. So right now we actually went with T-Mobile. It only cost us €3, I would say around $3.50, $4 for a whole month of unlimited internet. I do know that it was a sort of a deal, but I think normally it's just a bit more expensive, but still like under $10. So if you're visiting Romania or Brașov, of course, then definitely check out T-Mobile or Vodafone, the local physical stores, and get a SIM card over there, because really it was just so easy and really affordable. Now that that is also out of the way, we only have the gym left. That will be for tomorrow morning. And we're also going to hike all the way to the top of Tempa Mountain, the one with the Brașov sign. So that is coming up for the rest of the video. We're going to get some amazing views. I'm super excited, and I see you back tomorrow morning.
Good morning. It's our second day here in Brașov, Romania. And one of the most important things when settling in for a new location and a new apartment is finding the right fitness or gym spot. So I already did some research online on which gym we wanted to go to. It is the Red Gym Fitness, and it's about a 20-minute walk. So we're going to head over to the gym today and enjoy a good workout, because to be honest, that really sets off a good start of a new location, to already have that one specific part settled for the rest of the month. So let's go, I'm super excited. Good morning, today it's Wednesday, meaning it's our third day here in Brașov, Romania. And we're going to do something super excited today, because if there's one thing that is a must thing to do in Brașov, then it's climbing up to the mountain to the Brașov Hollywood sign. So that's what I'm planning today. It's super early, it's around 6:15, but we're going to hike up there before getting started on work. And as this was our first introduction video here, I wanted to take this in the video as it's such a highlight of thing to do here in Brașov. I have a view of the Brașov sign, so let me show you. You can see it a little bit all over there. So we're going to climb up. It's gonna take us about an hour to get to the top, so I'm super excited. Let's put on some shoes and let's hike the mountain. We have started the hike. We are going to follow all of the trail markings all the way to the top. It will probably take around an hour, so I'm curious if we're going to see something of wildlife. It's around 6:45, so it's still pretty early. And yeah, I'm excited. So let's go all the way to the top. We have almost reached the top. As you can probably see and hear, I need to catch my breath because it is pretty steep when you're almost at the top. But it's just a little bit farther, and hopefully we will have an amazing view of Brașov then. We are really almost at the top, and you notice it with everything. The air is getting cooler, it's getting more steep, and you also see the sun coming through to the trees, which is really nice, and it's the perfect start of this Wednesday morning. We are on our way back to the apartment. The top and the view were really rewarding of the hike all the way to the top. In the end, we took two different routes. The one with the white and red one for the first part of the hike, and the second part we followed the white with blue striped route. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when seeing any of the previous footage. Right now we're going all the way down and we're following the red and white stripe again. I'm gonna see you back at the apartment. The hike was truly incredible. It was such a nice experience, and also such a nice first thing that we did here in Brașov, and it really promises a lot for the upcoming few weeks. For the whole month of July there's a lot of hot weather coming up, so hopefully we can also go swimming somewhere. We're considering on renting a car, but yeah, I'm just super excited for this next month to come. I hope this first video gave you a bit of an insight into Brașov and in the very first few days here, everything that I arranges in this first few days, and also just a bit how a new location
kicks off, in this case in Brașov. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more upcoming videos of Brașov, then definitely consider subscribing. It would mean a lot. Thank you. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to all the amazing adventures that we will be having here in Brașov, and also of course sharing more about my digital nomad life here in the city. So I hope to see you at the next video. Thank you. Bye.